Hey everybody. Well, it's only one person in here, but it's Angie, also known as The Light. Welcome to my channel. And as you see the title, it's Narcissistic Abuse. You don't deserve shit. Not that you don't deserve shit, but it's how the narcissist makes you feel that you don't deserve shit. Okay? I need to get online so I can put my donation information. And if you want to do, first of all, sub to my channel, share the video if you can, and on top of that, if you want to book a conversation, you can do that. So if you've experienced narcissistic abuse, and you can't find a therapist, that specializes when it comes to narcissism, who's never been through narcissistic abuse, you can call to talk to me, pretty much. Okay. So I've been booking people through YouTube, who's connecting with me, and booking some sessions with me to talk about their narcissistic abuse. And I'm actually enjoying the stories that these people are telling me. Yes, it does leave me sad sometimes, but I'm here to help. You don't have to hit me up, book me just to talk about narcissism. You can talk about anything you want to talk about as long as it's appropriate. So I'm going to put the information in the chat. So if you want to book a convo with me, you can. It's $15 for 30 minutes and $30 for 1 hour. And if you're out of the country, you have to have the WhatsApp in order for us to talk on the phone. Okay? So I hope everyone is doing well. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate any holidays, but I hope everyone has an amazing Thanksgiving. We have a lot to be thankful for. This year has been a crazy year. So I actually had like a little Friendsgiving. Hi, Precious. I actually had like a Friendsgiving gathering tonight with one of my friends. Like we went out for food and drinks and stuff like that. So that's my little Thanksgiving. Because Friday I will be in my bed with my food and hopefully some coquito, just chilling. Because I do not observe holidays. All right. But I hope everyone is well, and I hope you realize how blessed we are. If you did not get the big C, if you were provided for, if you had food, you had shelter, you made it through to, it feels like a game while we were in like a video game or something like that. If you made it through the year, it is a huge, huge blessing. So you have a lot to be thankful for, even though we all know what Thanksgiving is. Okay, is when they colonized us. All right. Okay, so I wanted to bring this up as far as you feeling like you don't deserve shit because of the narcissist. And I felt this my whole life when it came to narcissism, and that's because when you have narcissistic parents or relatives, grandparents, whoever it may be, or you're in these relationships with these narcs, they're going to constantly tell you that you don't deserve anything. And this becomes really difficult, especially for people who grow up with narcissistic parents. Okay. So I had the narcissistic stepfather, I had the narcissistic grandmother, who constantly told me that I didn't deserve shit. Okay. And I don't think after we leave the narcs home, we get away from the narcissist. I don't think you realize how that's going to impact you in your relationships, how that's going to impact you, and how you think you may deserve something in life. Some of you turn out to be very successful when it comes to your career, when it comes to business. But that didn't happen for me. What actually happened to me is the narcissist being that I got told you ain't shit my whole life, you're not gonna be successful, you're not smart, the things that narcissists say to you. Being that I was told all of this, what happened was I became a procrastinator. So the narc is not going to tell you you should go after things. Well, I didn't have that. I didn't have that. Usually you'll get a narc that's trying to control your life, trying to make you a mini them, trying to live through you, or you would get a narc that literally will try to throw you off your path in life, pretty much. And that's what happened to me. So whenever I told my narcissistic stepfather I wanted to do something, he would always find a way to discourage me for going after my goals. And I remember one day he said to me, and I think I said this before, he told me, you know, Angie, if you just want to be a housewife, you can just be a housewife. If you don't know what you want to do with your life, that's fine. You can always just marry a man and live off a man. And I said, wait a minute, what? Keep in mind, he never asked me what I wanted to do in life. Okay, so these individuals, these narcs, they don't want you to go on and be successful. They don't want, they, first of all, they know that if you're the black sheep, they chose you to be the black sheep because you are the strong child, or you're the strong relative, or whatever the case is. Okay, so yes, I was a black sheep child. And so being that I was a black sheep, I was always told to not go after my goals, to not go after healthy relationships. If someone negative came around me, the narcs would try to influence me to hang out with those individuals. If I said I wanted to go to college, they'll say, yeah, don't waste your money, don't go. They didn't want to co-sign for me to go to college. Thank God I built up enough credit to even enter school. I didn't finish it. When I said I didn't want to finish school, they were like, well, just don't finish school. Anytime I was trying to be successful, I got told, you know what, I don't think you should do that. Or, I don't think you're going to be good at that. So all my life, and I'm sure this has happened to y'all guys, you had a dream, something that you really wanted to do, and a narc somehow convinced you weren't good enough, you weren't smart enough, you didn't have enough money, there's not enough opportunity out there for you. And those of you who still are successful, I commend you. I'm gonna have to say your last name, Raphael. So even to this day, this still impacts me, and I'm not gonna front. I'm not where I want to be in life, and I know it has to do with how I was raised. Okay, I know that there there are great things that I let pass by and opportunities pass by because those voices were always in my head from the narcissist that I grew up, that I wasn't smart enough, that I wasn't great enough, and I wasn't shit, and all these different things I got told. Okay, all these different things I got told my entire life, and that's gonna take a toll on a child, and it's going. Hi, Melissa. You always catch me. Woo, you good? You know, um, and I'm not where I want to be. So don't think, oh, she has a YouTube or she counsels people. No, there's still things that I want to do that. What's that? Janine. Hey, Janine. Hey, Kay Holton, Houghton. Sorry if I'm messing up your guys' names. It's going so fast. But yes, what did you say? I can't relate to what you're saying. I had a narc mother who competed with me. Exactly. So when you have that competition and that narc parent, they'll just try to knock you off your destiny. There you go. I'm trying to get my words together. They're trying to knock you off your path, your destiny. They're there to make you second guess what you're trying to do. Thank you so much. They're trying to throw you off your rocker, throw you off. They don't want to see you happy. I remember when I had a job and I was trying to move out, and my not grandmother, she had a lot of money. So the golden child, she paid for her through college. She got her an apartment. She didn't even have to go. She went to Howard University. She lived off campus. My grandmother paid for her rent. She had a car. She bought her car. She paid for her college tuition. She gave her spending money. She would go all the way to DC and visit her. But me, I had to get myself into school by myself. I wasn't even given MetroCard money to get to school. I was working during the day. I went to school at night. At the time, my major was fashion design. I didn't get that help, and it's crazy when I look back on it. She didn't want to do anything to help me. She didn't care about my success, and it is harder when someone has to basically do it on their own at 19. At 19 years old, but then the golden child gets the money and all that. And then after that, when she graduated, she went back into school, so she gave her more money so the girl can get her master's. And after that, when she got married, she paid for her wedding. She gave her money towards her two children. She gave her a condo to live in. So there was just always these things. They'll invest in that golden child, but they're not going to invest in the black sheep, because at the end of the day, if she knew, if she was to invest in me, the golden child, I probably would be a millionaire right now. Okay. I would surpass the black sheep. I would surpass her. And my grandmother wasn't college educated. She had a steady job for like 35 years. So they don't want to see that black sheep be more successful than them. Even when I would get into healthy relationships with men, she always had something negative to say, even though the negativity wasn't even there about the man. But if a bad man came around, she'll say, well, give him a chance, give him some time. This is what they do. My aunt ended up marrying a narcissist, and she convinced her to stay in that narcissistic marriage, knowing her husband was being abusive, sniffing coke, cheating on my aunt. My aunt was gorgeous, okay? So this is why the title says you don't deserve shit, because they will make you feel like you don't deserve shit. And my message to you is you deserve it all. Whatever you're willing to put in their time for, you deserve it. And it is going to take time for you to, how can I say this? It's going to take time for you to realize that you deserve it just like the next person. Okay? And what made me think about this is I have a friend. I don't know. I'm not sure how she grew up. Because, you can have friends. And when you're a kid, your perception of what's going on in other people's homes is going to be completely different if you were an adult and you've been through certain things and you know certain signs. So to me, I thought she grew up in such a loving two parent home. Her parents are still together. That's what you say. Let me read what you say. You already ate independence. My mom was something like that. Her excuse was she didn't have to worry about me as much. Sorry guys, I dropped y'all. As much as my siblings. So, and since she did a lot less for me. That's bullshit. Yes, children, needs every child has different needs, but every child still needs that love and attention. And it doesn't matter if they're independent. They're still a child. They still need that nurturing and that motivation. So she still should have gave that to you. Yes, I do exude. I have my button here the shirt's not small. It's just that I'm trying to cover up for y'all, so y'all I don't be flashing y'all, you know. But anyway, um, yes, I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I am more of an independent person, but even entrepreneurs still need that support. You get it? So my father, he owned a car wash, he was a correction officer, he was a hustler, and I get that energy from him. But at the same time, entrepreneurs need that motivation. There's going to be hard days for independent individuals or entrepreneurs. So it's easier. I'm not trying to say it's easier because school isn't easy, but you know, when you're following like the college format, or you're going to a 9 to 5, it's more security there. Well, now it's not because the world has changed. So now all the hustlers are gonna be making lipstick on my teeth. Now the hustlers are gonna be making more money. More of the independent, freelancers are gonna be making more money. The world is changing now. So now people are losing their 9 to 5s. It's shifting. But anyway, every child has different needs and wants. Is what I'm trying to say. And when you're the black sheep, you get left out of that. You don't get any motivation. And no matter how confident you may be as you get older, that shit fucks your head up from childhood. Get it? So I procrastinated on a lot of opportunities. I gave up. I gave up. And I was never told to not give up. When I wanted to give up, the narcissistic relatives were like, okay, no problem. Like I was taking piano lessons. I know sounds very small, but I was taking piano lessons when I was a little girl. And after just 2 sessions, I told my narc stepfather, like, I don't want to do this. He was like, all right, cool. I don't have to pay for it. If I was a mother, I would be like, oh, no, 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 no. You're going to finish out the month, and I'm telling you, you're going to like it. And then after that month, if I saw my child hated it, then I would take them off. There was never any motivation. I wanted to be a correction officer at one point, and he supported that. But then I didn't show up to the test. He didn't even ask me, why didn't you show up to the test? Do you really want this? What do you want to do in life? There was never any guidance. Never any guidance when it came to the narcissistic relatives. Okay. And this trained your mind to think that you don't deserve anything in life. And I thought that. I thought I didn't deserve something as small as clothes, guys, okay? And this is the reason why, I'm going to go back to my friend. This is the reason why I thought about this. So I was shopping with a friend, and keep in mind, from the outside looking into how she was raised, I thought she had it good. But when I found out, talking to her now that we're adults, excuse me, she said that her mother didn't teach her shit, how to be a woman or anything like that. Like, and her dad was more of like standing back most of the time. And they don't really have a tight net. Even though her parents are still together after like 40 years, she doesn't have a tight net relationship with them. They're not narcs. They're just not loving and nurturing. You get it? So we were shopping, and she picked up like a $5 shirt, and then she kept putting it down, picking it up, putting it down. It was giving me anxiety. I was like, girl, what is wrong with you? Buy the shirt. It's only $5. She was just like, no, 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 I don't need it. I don't need it, and I don't deserve it. And I feel so guilty when I buy myself nice things. And I'm looking at her like, wow. So I don't think, and she doesn't, not to diss her, she doesn't have nice clothing. She doesn't have nice things. She spends money more like on traveling or, doing her hair and nails. But I noticed she doesn't have nice things. And I said, when you were growing up, did you get nice things? And she said, no. And that made me think back to my childhood. Yeah, I did get nice material things, but I always felt that I didn't deserve them. I always felt guilty for having nice things. And I noticed that when I got away from narcs, or if I was in the presence of narcs, where they would try to convince me instead of, okay, so say if I was around a narc, right, or a narc relative or friend, and I said, well, I want to buy this Michael Kors bag. They'll say, no, just go to Burlington and buy a regular bag. And it's like, why? But then they'll have a Michael Kors bag. You get it? So they feel like nobody deserves nice things but them. Get it? They don't feel you deserve anything. And it was always a downgrade. If I said I wanted to go to Puerto Rico for my birthday, it was, no, why don't you just go to Miami? Or just go to the beach. Don't do much. They always try to make it seem like you have to get nothing. You have to get the short end of the stick. You don't deserve to go to nice places, to eat nice things. They don't feel you deserve luxury. They deserve luxury. They deserve to take from people. But you, oh, no, 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 no. You don't deserve nice things. You don't deserve to go to nice places. Click like when you're in the chat. I'm sorry. Let me see what y'all are saying. I no longer consider myself a black sheep, but the anointed one. I like that. Yep, it's very true. My mother was so jealous when I got married. When my husband passed away, she seemed happy. Of course she seemed happy because your marriage was an accomplishment. And they don't like to see us happy. Let's see. Them demons try to break us. God said no, but we have the hurdles to deal with, which makes us stronger. That's why they do that to the ones who have the greatest impacts. Yep, it's true. Narc family members love to see you give up and quit. Yes, they do. Hey, Tony Fox. Underground Steez. Did you change your name? But yes, so like I said, I noticed that with the friend that it's a $5 shirt, and it could be as small as a $5 shirt to where you feel like you don't deserve it. I made her buy like about 2 or 3 shirts. But she still does it. She'll go back to the rack. She'll put it back. Go back to the rack. She does this, and I'm just like, what the yo? People's minds are fucked up, guys. This is how bad this narcissistic abuse, this not not getting nurtured. So it's like if you have children and you're able to afford it, show them luxury. So that way when they go out there and they date, they're not looking for people to give them luxury, Get your mani, get your petty, go on trips, eat at nice restaurants, get dressed up. These are exercises that you can do even if you have to do them alone. Treat yourself to your favorite ice cream. Buy yourself a nice bag, buy yourself electronic, whatever it is that you like. A lot of you don't buy nice things because you feel like you don't deserve it. And it came from that narcissistic abuse. I was like that. And there was times where I purchased things and I would have this guilt and shame on me. It was bad, guys. It was so bad. It was bad. And then you get impacted by that when it comes to love. I'm not going to stay on too long because my phone is dying. So, I also didn't believe that I would, even to this day, even though I'm, dating someone right now, I didn't believe I deserved real love. You know, I thought that I will only attract narcissists. The narcissists they were either trying to keep me away from a particular man. If he was good for me, they would try to keep me away from him. If they saw that he wasn't going to go anywhere, that he was going to invest in me, they would try to create all these things in my mind for me to not get involved with these particular men. The men that probably could have led into marriage, or me having children, they ran them away. Or they fed me lies, and bullshit for me to sabotage my own relationships, okay? So, for a long time, I never visioned that I deserve love, that I would even meet a man that isn't narcissistic. And when you believe that, you're subconsciously manifesting it naturally. So even if you are away from the narc, this is how the narc kind of wins twice if you don't heal. Because one, they abused you, but two, all the stains from them abusing you is still on you. It's still on your subconscious. Even though you're away from them, you're still going to be moving like the narc is in your life. You get it? You still have that leftover debris that's going to make you be like, damn, I don't deserve love. I don't deserve nice things. And that's why a lot of people end up alone after narcissistic abuse if you do not heal. So I want y'all to be very, very mindful of these behaviors. Hi, Jordan. Love you back. I'm also the black sheep, and my narc ex sniffed me out like a hound. I thought he was attracted to me. Aww. Yeah, I'm really sorry that, y'all had to go through that. Go through the same things I went through. Um, I used to say to my mom, don't worry, you never have to pay for a wedding because I'm not getting married. I never envisioned that. Even when I was a child, I told this story before. I would take the Ken doll and put the Ken doll outside of the house because I never envisioned a man in my life because of seeing the narcissistic stepfather, seeing the narcissistic behaviors my biological father had. So these people rewire your soul and your history, in your future to make you feel that you don't deserve shit, and it's not true. So my advice to you is to start loving yourself and realizing that was a false narrative, okay? That was false. That's not true. You deserve nice things. You deserve love. And that's something, if you have to write it on your mirror, write it in your journal, do whatever you need to do to get that in your head that you do deserve the best, especially after what we went through. We deserve it all, okay? Now, I don't feel guilty. I go out whenever I can afford it. I'll travel if I have it, and I know the narcs probably be watching me from social media. If they stalking me like, damn, she looks happy and she's doing her thing. Yep, sure am. And that is you winning. You winning is you healing and you living your life and you spoiling yourself. We deserve to be spoiled. We deserve the luxury, okay? Um, Anybody have any questions before I jump off? I just quickly wanted to come on here. Oh, wow. It's so sad. WH. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my goodness. Like I said before, if you want to book a conversation with me, you can do so. I'm going to put my donation and my booking info in the chat if you want to book a convo with me. But yeah, it's sad. It's crazy. And I see it a lot with people. They're just stuck in that cycle. They're stuck in this cycle of thinking that they don't deserve shit. If it clocks out, it's because my phone is dead, guys. I didn't mean to just leave you like that. But that's how I practice. That's how I practice giving myself that nurture, giving myself the luxury. I buy what the hell I want now and I go where I want. And that's how I practice it over time. And recently, I came across a man that I feel I can love and who's not a narcissist. And, sometimes there's some things there when it comes to love still where I'm just like, he did something narcissistic, So don't do that. Don't sabotage your relationships. This is why it's very, very important to heal, because you don't want to ruin your relationships. All right, I'm going to put this info here before I jump off. I hope everyone has an amazing Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate holidays. It's been probably about 5 years since I let go. And of course, a lot of you might be missing some narcissists. Let me tell you something. You're not missing anything. They were false. They were fake. They weren't real. Okay. Um, so you have nothing to miss. You're missing the illusion of who you thought they were. Okay, so this Thanksgiving, focus on how you made it out alive in 2020, because we went through a whole bunch of shit. Okay, we went through so much this year. Hey, Egypt, you don't like Thanksgiving? I understand. I don't either. But it's okay. I understand why people need it, so I'm not gonna knock them. Let me see. Put this here. But yeah, so if you want to book me for a convo, you can do so. We can talk about anything you want. Um, but let me see what it says. But I do look side eye at people when I see narcissistic ways. Yeah, we all are gonna do that. We're all gonna. Oh, I think no matter what, we're always going to look at people sideways, and wonder, do they have? No, I don't have. I have IG, but I don't give it out. I just give it to like my friends. But I might make an IG for you guys to contact me. But I'll keep you posted. Um, but yeah, I'm so paranoid now. I think everyone wants something from me. Don't do that. Don't feel that. I think, not practice, jot down in your head, go over the narc tactics in your mind. And I always say, if you see more than three, they have narcissistic traits, or they're narcissists. If it walks like a duck, it's a duck, all right? But you gotta give people chances, because we're all hurt. There's gonna be things about you that people not gonna like. They're gonna think you're paranoid. They're gonna think, you're needy, that you're being overwhelming. So there's gonna be things about us that they're not gonna like, because, like I said in my last video, there was times where people felt I was too needy. Mind you, I didn't really get that love and nurture from other people, so I put that on my friends because I didn't get it from the narc relatives. You get it? Sometimes you just have to take time. Some of us are quick. We can see a narc from a mile away. And then sometimes it could take me just a few minutes talking to someone to figure it out. They're a narc. And then it can take me 6 months. It depends. Depends on how much time you spend with them, and if they're covert or overt. But my phone is on 2%, guys. I just wanted to come and chime